What's up, guys? Jake SLEASMAN, Blue Collar Outdoors, and today we have another new broadhead for the channel. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so like I said, this is another company. We haven't tested much of their stuff. This is Black Widow Innovations. This is the px2. There it is right there. This is actually a 2-blade with a bleeder blade. It's 1.25 inches cut in diameter. This is designed to maximize penetration. It's made with thick stainless steel blades that are locked internally. 70-75 aluminum ferrule. The cool part about this is, as you can see, it's got interchangeable tips. So it's 100, which are stock. So not only is it a 100 grain broadhead, it's 125 as well. And that's how they sell them. So you can shoot either or depending on what you want to shoot, which I think that's really cool to include that in the broadhead. So all it is a tip, but we'll see how the performance is. Let's get them out. All right, so this is how they look. As you can see, you got your main blades. And if you rotate, you can see your bleeder blades there. You can see the difference in the tip. This is the 125. This is the 100. I will say this. The other broadhead, I was going to use it, but it was already chipped in the blade, so that's not good right out of the box. Secondly, these tips, the threads internally on them are horrible. They're burred up. I don't even know who threaded them. I can't fix them either, because threads, I mean, you can only fix them if you can make them a little bigger, and you can't in this case, so I can't fix them. So quality control is, I'm questionable on it, because it's extremely hard to take this on and off because of the threads in the tip. I don't know if that's the case on this one. I didn't even touch it. That's just standard how it comes, 100 grain. As you can see, it seats dead true to the broadhead. The 125, there's a gap there. Well, you can't get it any tighter because the way they lock these blades, so the bleeder blades stick up through, you spin it, there's a gap, a little metal U thing that sits down over the top of these, sits flush onto this, and then this screws down holding it tight. And I'm not a fan because there's a huge gap there, and that's as tight as it'll go. So we'll see how it performs, see how it flies. I don't like it. QC should have caught the threads for one and then the chip blade on that. So I'm going to get a hold of them, see what they'll do to fix them, and we'll see. But the weight, both arrows are on Black Eagle Spartans 250 spine. They're stock 4-fletch with stock nocks, 50 grains up front. The 100 grain head weighed in at 513 for total weight with this broadhead. The 125 grain head weighed in at 541 with this broadhead. So it's a little bit heavier for both, but they're not terrible. I'm really questionable about this tip. So what we'll do, we'll shoot through the chrono. Then you can see the gel's already set up. I'm gonna shoot the block, see how they fly, and then we'll shoot the gel and we'll look at them. So let's get right to it. Alright guys, so as the tip allows on this broadhead to swap between 100 and 125, we got 2 different weight arrows because of that. Now both of these arrows are stock, you know, just your stock 4-fletch with the stock nocks. The only difference is the weight of the head. They have 50 grains up front. So the arrow with the 100 grain broadhead weighs in at 513 grains. The one with the 125 weighs in at 541. That's on the scale, so that's the weight. Now we're going to shoot it through the chrono and see the true speeds of today for each of these weights. And that way we know exactly what the bow's shooting for this test today for both broadheads. So let's get right to it. Alright, so I'm self-filming today. The boys are out hunting. So I'm going to shoot, and then I'll zoom in on the speed. This is simulating the arrow with the 100 grain tip, the stock tip of the broadhead. This is 513 grains. As always, Matthews Triax with wake limbs, 83.5 pound draw, 27 inch draw length. So let's see what the speeds are with this head. Heck yeah. So 275. Let me zoom in here to show you. 275 with the 100 grain. Okay, now to simulate the speeds with the 125 grain tip. This is at 541 grains. Now we'll shoot through the chrono and see what the speed difference is. So it's 275 with 100 grain at 513. So it's not going to be too much different. So hopefully I don't shoot my arrow. Yeah, not much different at all. Okay, so you can see that bow is set up pretty dang good. Jumping from 513 to the 541, going 25 grains. This is what the speed is. It's at 270. So, so the speeds for the test will be 275 with the 100 grain tip installed, and 270 with the 125 grain tip. So that bow is an awesome bow. I mean, the wake limbs change a lot about it. So it allows me to hold speeds a lot heavier in arrows. So, all right, so first up, 100 grain. The blades are not very sharp on any of these Black Widows that I've gotten. Brand new. Like I said, the one was chipped out of the package. So 100 grains up first. Flew a touch right, a little high. I got hit the middle right and the top right of the block. So hopefully they fly exactly how they did just now, so we can hit what we need to hit. Let's send it. 100 grain first. Okay, it did not fly exactly the same. It actually flew high left that time. But we're good because it went in between the two wound channels that were previously there. Now the 125, which I think this is going to be a wild card with aiming. So I may just put it on the center. I want it to be as close to that one, just a touch under, so we can look, but we'll see how it flies. Got to step over here. Yeah, that one flew way right now. These don't seem like the best flying broadheads, but you guys know how I feel about accuracy tests. I don't think a human should do them because there's human error. So let's go down and check out the wound channel though. All right, so here we go. The top channel is the 100 grain tip. The bottom channel is the 125. As you can see, that giant beefy head on there. And you can see the wound channel going up through. I mean, it does have a really good cut. Okay, so you can see the wound channel, the main blade, the 1.25 inch coming through, and then the bleeder blades vertical. But once again, the 100 grain tip penetrated further than the 125, but I think it's just purely out of how they do the tips. This tip is significantly bigger than that 100 grain. But let's check the entry cut. Okay, so here's the 125. You know, it's got a pretty good cut. The 100's got the exact same cut. There's no difference here, as there wouldn't be, because the only difference in the weight is the head itself. There, now I rotated the block so we can see the main cut. As you can see, I mean, it is a little blurry in the gel because it's been sitting on this, but you can see that 1.25 inch main cut. I mean, it has a really good wound channel, decent penetration. I mean, it would 100% kill whitetail, but I don't know. I'm not sold on these Black Widow heads. There, you can see the, now that I pulled it out, you can see that blade, the main blade cut a lot better. Of course, it hits flat with what we can view, but really good wound channel. I can't say anything about that. I like that cut, especially in a fixed head, but I think there's a lot better options, ladies and gents. All right, guys, so the px2 from Black Widow Innovations, it did okay. I think there's a lot that could be better, especially their QC, as the interchangeable heads. That's really hard to change them in and out when the threads are that bad, brand new. Also, you have to be wary when you do change the tip of the little lock they have underneath the cap, or underneath the tip, I should say. I almost lost mine. I didn't even know it was there. Pulled it out, it fell off. But it's okay, because that one has a chipped main blade anyways. Brand new. The performance was okay. It's nothing that blows us away. I mean, we shoot a ton of broadheads on the channel with a lot of different setups. So if something doesn't like stand out to us, I mean, it's not really the biggest insult. Because like I said, this would definitely kill deer. I would like to shoot them more to see how they fly. The wound channels there, they need to be sharper broadheads for sure, because they're really dull right out of the package. I believe you want to be as sharp as you possibly can. I do think they need to work on the tip design for the different weights. This is going to hurt your penetration if you shoot the 125. To me, with the Black Widows that I've tested, I've done the Arachnid and this now, I would rather just shoot the 100, because I don't have to touch anything. I don't have to change anything. I'd rather just shoot it because it performed good. I don't know. I had high hopes for both of these broadheads. They didn't perform to what I was expecting. I think maybe it is just better to have a 100 grain version for sale and then a 125, so you can design it specifically for either, not one that's supposed to do both. It just, guys, it didn't perform that great to me. I am going to reach out to Black Widow and see what they'll do about these threads and the chip broadhead. I'll let you guys know what they say. I'll do an update video. Maybe they'll send another pack. I'll send these back. I don't know, but we'll see. But guys, if you shoot Black Widow broadheads, drop your comments below. Let me know what model, what your setup is, what you see afield. And like I said, they'll definitely kill deer. It's just there's a lot better out there. It is a cool idea, but in my opinion, it backfired. I mean, that gap scares the shit out of me, to be honest. I don't like it, and the 125 does not fly good compared to the 100. The 100 flies like a dart. This one, I think it's that gap. I don't know. It just doesn't fly as good as the 100. But like I said, drop a comment below. Let me know if you shoot Black Widow. Let me know what you guys thought of this test. It's almost banging at the ducks. Or the geese. Oh, that would have been more fun. But let me know what you thought of their performance. I think they got them that time. I'm living vicariously through them people. I don't know who they are, but hammer them, brothers. Hammer them. But interested to see what you guys think of these broadheads. I think there's a lot to be improved on. I wouldn't write them off. I mean, they're not terrible. Just not very great. But guys, we're pushing for 10K. We're almost there. We're almost to 9K right now. Keep sharing the videos and the channel to your hunting buddies, all your family, friends. Share it to Facebook and all the groups you're in. Make sure you tag us when you do so we can see it, and thank you. But guys, let's get to 10K so we can do that ultimate giveaway. That is, I just can't wait to get that giveaway going. I really can't, because God, that's a good giveaway. But guys, with that said, make sure to smash the thumbs up button for your boys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Turn it on to all. Let's get that number up there. That way you guys don't miss out on any weekly uploads. Those have been around a while, you know, we drop a lot of content to the channel, and we're always trying to improve our quality of content for you guys with audio, video, everything. We try to be better every time, and we do our best. At first, we're just hunters. The filming side is all new to us, so we've come a long way. We got a long ways to go. It's going to be a fun journey, so join us. For everyone that's been there and supporting us, we couldn't do it without you guys. Like I said, no words really line up with how grateful I am to have the following we have. I mean, Hawk and Moose and I, we put a lot of time, money into this channel, and to see the feedback is just, Man, it's nuts. Like, I got goosebumps right now thinking about it. But guys, I got to put all this stuff away, go edit these up, get them scheduled to drop, and go scout for some goose feeds. I missed out this morning. I slept through my alarm clock. Moose went with Evan Owens from Giving Chase Outdoors, and they hammered them pretty good. They shot a bunch of ducks and geese, and man, it's going to bother me for a long time sleeping in through that. I never miss an alarm. Oh, it's going to bother me. But guys, a lot of content coming. Jake SLEASMAN, Blue Collar Outdoors. We'll catch you on the next one.